Is that your dad?
Yeah, that's my dad.
This man right here is your father? Right there?
You have a question about that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I was wondering if your dad really is an African-American man.
That's a very, I don't know what you're implying.
Are you African-American?
I don't understand the question of, I did tell you that, yes, that's my dad. And he was unable to come in January.
Are your parents, are they white?
Are you an African-American woman?
I identify as black.
Rachel Dolezal fired after people find her OnlyFans. So Rachel Dolezal is not Rachel Dolezal anymore. She changed her name to Nkechi Diallo. Miss Dolezal, not Miss Diallo. You know what I'm saying?
And it's just people hating on her that are mad at her because she's transracial.
She's now transracial. Yeah,
That's right.
she's transracial,
She
man.
does things
Y'all
she
better
does
stop
not.
with that transracial
She
stuff.
is transracial.
There's no such thing as transracial.
She does things that she does not have to do.
There's no such thing as transracial, but it's such thing as transgender.
Hey, shut up. You shut up.
Is that what it is?
Hush.
No, I'm saying, how can it be a transgender community but it ain't transracial?
It's enough.
It's enough.
Y'all better let people be black.
All right, so this is a follow-up to a story from last week about the first transracial woman. Now, in a world of white privilege, this is one white person who wants to give it up. Meet Rachel Dolezal. One day, Rachel woke up and decided that being white was no good anymore. She wanted to live her truth, and her truth was living as a black woman. This is what Rachel's life was like.
Rachel even received a full scholarship to the historically black college, Howard University, which never inquired about her ethnicity on her application. Rachel married an African-American man, Kevin, with whom she had a son, who posted a video about their love. Later, Rachel would post Facebook pictures of one of her adopted brothers as her own son, referred to her natural curls, and identified herself on a job application as part black. As professor of Africana Studies at Eastern Washington University, Rachel was clear.
I would definitely say that yes, I do consider myself to be black.
Now, because Rachel identified as black, she joined the NAACP and became president of her local chapter. Here she is at a rally in 2015. Then Rachel's parents came out and had to tell the world that Rachel was actually a white woman.
It all came crashing down for NAACP Spokane president Rachel Dolezal, who has been portraying herself as a black woman for the past 10 years. Confronted by a reporter, her parents are now calling her out. Ruth Ann and Lawrence Dolezal say their 37-year-old daughter is white.
We are her birth parents, and we do not understand why she feels it's necessary to misrepresent her ethnicity.
Now, the NAACP was in a bind here, because for all those years they said that we should not be judging people based on race. You should not fire someone solely based on the color of their skin, on their race. And now they are in a position where they would have to fire their president solely because she wasn't black. So what do you think the NAACP did?
Rachel Dolezal, the embattled president of the Spokane, Washington NAACP chapter, has stepped down. A message that appears to have been written by Dolezal and posted to the chapter's Facebook page says, quote, "It is with complete allegiance to the cause of racial and social justice and the NAACP that I step aside from the presidency and pass the baton to my vice president." Dolezal and her personal life were pushed into the international spotlight after her birth parents told news organizations they thought their daughter was misrepresenting her racial identity.
Now, if Rachel would have changed her gender, that would have been fine. But since she changed her race, she has lost her job. Then Rachel moved from Washington State to Arizona to start a new life, even changing her name.
A familiar name from a scandal years ago is back in the spotlight. Rachel Dolezal. She lost her job with the NAACP for pretending to be black. That was up in Washington State, and we now know she's been living in Arizona under a different name.
After that scandal, Rachel changed her name to Nkechi Diallo and moved to Arizona.
She has been working in Tucson as an after-school instructor in the Catalina Foothills School District.
Now this brings up an interesting question. What's the difference between someone changing their gender versus changing their race? It seems like the exact same quandary to me. Matter of fact, the Breakfast Club feels the same way.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So,
it's just people hating on her that are mad at her because she's transracial.
she's now transracial. Yeah,
That's right.
she's transracial,
She
man.
does things
Y'all
she
better
does
stop
not.
with that transracial
She
stuff.
is transracial.
There's no such thing as transracial.
She does things that she does not have to do. She
Oh,
does
it's no thing. There's no such thing as transracial, but it's such thing as transgender.
Hey, shut up. You shut up.
Is that
Hush,
what it
hush,
is?
hush.
No, I'm saying, how can it be a
Hush,
transgender
Jeff,
community, but it
Hush.
ain't transracial?
Hush.
It's enough. It's
Y'all
enough.
better
enough.
let people
It's
be
enough.
black.
That's right. Let
That's
her be.
right.
She's white.
That's all we saying.
Let
Let
her
her
be
be what she
black.
want to be. If she want to identify as black, she can identify
You
as black.
can't pick and choose when you want to be black, man.
Man,
You don't want.
why can't you? Let
But
her be.
you can.
Okay.
All right, we better wrap this up.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
You,
Now, Rachel Dolezal had gotten a teaching job at the local elementary school, but she also decided to start an OnlyFans account, and some people found it.
Infamous race faker Rachel Dolezal has a OnlyFans page, an OnlyFans page that has gone viral.
Now, this prompted the local school board to issue a statement.
We only learned of Miss Nkechi Diallo's OnlyFans social media posts yesterday afternoon. Her posts are contrary to the district's use of social media by district employees policy and our staff ethics policy.
Now, because she's teaching impressionable young children and she's violating school policy by linking her OnlyFans account to a social media profile so people can find it, she was fired from the school.
Well, earlier this week, a Tucson teacher in the Catalina Foothills School District was fired from her position after the district found out about adult content that she was promoting on social media.
Nkechi Diallo has a public social media page where she has linked an OnlyFans account. A district representative told News 4 in Tucson. The posts are contrary to our district's use of social media by district employees and our staff ethics policy. Diallo used to be known as Rachel Dolezal.
So what do you think about the curious case of Rachel Dolezal? On one hand, she claims to be a transracial woman.
I identify as black.
Now, is that identical to someone saying something like this?
A councilman is coming out as a transgender and a woman of color. Delaware County Councilman Ryan Webb announced that he now identifies as an Indian American woman. Since that announcement, he's received some support, but a lot of backlash. Many calling him childish, despicable, even calling for things like execution. In a statement Webb gave to ITMate, he says, quote, "It is unfortunate that I cannot simply be given the same space and respect to explore my identity that so many of those targeting me demand for themselves. It's possible I may change my mind down the road. The process of identity exploration is complex, and oftentimes at the end of our personal journey, we end right back where we started." Webb goes on to tell ITMate this is just his true, authentic self.
Yeah, so this guy is the ultimate troll. But what do you think? Do you think it's possible to live in a world where you can change your gender but not change your race? Let me know in the comment section, because I think if you're allowed one, you got to allow the other. Matter of fact, I think race is even more fluid than gender, right? You can have a black parent, you can have a white parent, and they can have a mixed race baby. I don't know how often it happens with gender, but hey, I'm a crazy man. You guys are also insane. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that great YouTube stuff. My name is Rachel Dolezal, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Peace.